Hey guys, welcome to the Investard. So this is my Robinhood account. As you can see, I've lost quite a bit lately. Alright, so this is a margin account with about 60,000 in margin. I have about 10% of the portfolio in options, mostly covered call that I've sold and put that I've sold, and the rest is in stocks. Alright, so let's take a look at my stocks. So most of them I bought during the first COVID dip. So I have a bunch of VDE, which is an energy ETF. I have a bunch of Delta, a Norwegian Cruise Line, Nvidia, Airbnb, JP Morgan, Apple, Carnival, IQ, which is pretty much a Chinese Netflix. And so far it's not going well.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Pretty much the same goes with Ideanomics. Look at the CEO's name. I probably should have seen that coming. Alright, Global Star, I'm minus 2k, and Hood, which is Robinhood, I am minus almost 4k's. I'm building up a position of Alibaba. It might be a bad idea. We'll see. Probably is though. And the rest is pretty much a bunch of small position. So what is a covered call? So Robinhood is telling us that selling a covered calls means opening a contract that gives you the obligation to sell shares of the stock you already own at a certain price, which is called the strike price, up to a set date, the expiration date. In exchange, you receive an upfront amount for selling this contract, which is called the premium. So what does that mean? Let's do an example with Delta. Today, Delta is worth $36.44. So what happens if we want to sell a covered call for, let's say, late January with a strike of $40? Alright, let's select the date, sell call, and 40. So what does that mean? Today the price is 36.44. If the price at the set date doesn't climb above $40 per share, then you pretty much sold the contract for $150 and at the end of it. But if the price climbs above $40, you are forced to sell at $40 per share. So if the price climbs to, let's say, 50, you will still sell your share at $40. This is the profit and loss chart, and as you can see, your profit stays the same regardless of the price if it stays below the $40. And if it climbs above the $40, it does show a loss, but it's actually just a cap gain. You are still forced to sell at $40, even if the price is above it. So as you guessed, the name of the game is to keep selling covered call at a strike that isn't going to be reached. Let's see some of the covered calls I have. Here we see I have 12 NCLH covered call that I sold at $9 each and today's worth $1 each. Let's see them here. Since NCLH today's price is 20.23, it's extremely likely that they will end up worthless. So if I'm not too lazy, next week I will make another video where I'll pretty much sell a new batch of covered calls, most likely with set a date for February 18 and a strike of 27.5. So let's see how much I should hope to get. Let's do 12. I should get a credit of about $800. So that's what I will probably aim. I might get a little bit less than that. So now back to Delta. I have 16 covered calls that are expiring in 2 weeks. I sold them for $22 per contract. They are now worth $8 per contract. So I'll most likely do the same as NCLH, which is I'm going to sell covered calls probably with a strike of 45, and I can sell 16 of those, so hopefully I can collect 1,500. I am pretty much trying to do the same strategy with all of my positions. We can see here with GSAT, I have 20 covered calls that I sold. I sold them at $15 each. They are now worth $1 each. And it ends in December 17. And when that date arrives, I'm going to sell another batch of 20 covered calls for way in the future. And the name of the game is to collect as much premium as possible. With all of that premium money, I try to increase the number of shares I own, so then I can sell even more covered calls, so then I can collect more premium, so then I can buy more shares, etc., etc. In the next video, I'll explain the put contract, because pretty much half of my options are puts, and I'll explain what I've done, what I tried to do, and maybe I'll talk about some strategy I'm trying to figure out. For instance, I own 100 of Apple, and I also keep on rolling a put contract for Apple so I can collect premium over time. And so far I don't know which one is the best strategy. So I'm trying both, to have 100 shares of Apple and to roll a put. Indefinitely, that's the goal. And then we'll see which one is the best. By the way, you should check out this channel. It's going to help you understand what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do. I'll put the link in the description.